In this video, you're gonna be learning about some more HTML tags, okay? So let's begin this video. Okay, so open up our code editor, Visual Studio Code. Okay, so let me just open this up in full screen. So here you go, like this. Come on, work. Okay, so yeah, okay, let me just open up the file that we want to open. Okay, I should have done it before doing the video, but anyways, here we are. Yeah, I want to open up this. I select folder. Okay, so here you go. So anyone who didn't know, or just a beginner, then this step might have helped you. But anyways, we have gone a little actually further into the course. Okay, so some tags that we're gonna talk about in this video. So let's begin. Okay, so let me just actually first of all zoom in so that it can be seen well. Okay, so can I see? Okay, so I hope you can see this well. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the first tag that we have is this, the B tag. Okay, so this represents bold. Okay, so anything that you want to write in bold font, then you can use, okay, in bold text, then you can use the B tag, and you can write the text inside of this. This is a bold text. Okay, so I've written this inside of this, and I want to print this out. So open with live server. So here we have it. This is a bold text. Okay, so here it is actually printed. I guess it's printed in bold. You can see this. This is bold text. Okay, so let me just minimize and go back to our code. Okay, but I advise you one thing, that do not use the bold tag in your website. Okay, when you're making the website. Why? Then why I'm teaching you this? Okay, so why I'm telling you not to use the bold tag is because this can be handled by CSS, and this is not recommended. Okay, so it's not recommended to do this styling thing like making it bold or making it italic using HTML. Okay, so you could do this using CSS, and that is the best way. Okay, so you're not advised to do bold. But why I'm teaching you? Because I'm teaching you because I cannot do actually the half course and cannot teach you incomplete things. Okay, so this is a little popular tag. That's why I actually taught you this. So it's not like it's totally useless. Okay, so it's not totally useless. Next tag is the I tag. This is again for styling purpose, and this is for making it italic. This is an italic text. So text. This is an italic text. Will be printed onto our live server here. This is an italic text, and you can see that this is an italic text as this is tilted like this. Okay. Now go back to our code. Next, let me just do one thing, and that is I want to make notes for you. And for that, number one, the bold tag. Let's write B tag. The B tag. What this is used for? Actually, this is used for making the content bold in HTML. Okay, in HTML document. This is what we use this for, and this is your number one note. Okay, let me just comment this out so it will stand out as a comment, a note, not as a code for you. Okay, next code. Okay, I had also given you another code, and that was I guess that code. That tag was this, the I tag. I guess why do you use the I tag? For making the content italic. Okay, so you want to make the content italic? Use this. Use the I tag. Okay, now let's teach you another tag, which is the block quote tag. Okay, so at block quote, what does it do? Okay, so the block quote tag, what does it do is actually any quotation that you want to write, or any document, any quote that you have actually extracted from any other source, okay, taking it from another source, then you can use inside of this for showing that this is a quote, okay, especially from another source. Okay, so for example, I want to write like this, and this is the code that I've written, then this will be actually shown here like a quote. As you can see, this is indented, and you can handle this by CSS as you want. Okay, so this is indented from both sides for showing like a quote. Okay, and one thing that you can also do is inside this block quote there is an attribute, and that attribute is the site. Inside the site attribute, what you can do is you can specify the address. So for example, I specify the address HTTPS. Okay, let's say slash. You have it. www. Let's say I've got just right here Google. Just showing you an example. Okay, so this is actually not extracted from any kind of website. Okay, Google is a search engine, but it's not extracted from any kind of website. But still, actually, I'm giving an example. Okay, so I could do it practically by extracting something from any website, but and then give the real site. Okay, so .google.com. Okay, www.google.com. And as you do this, this won't come in the in the browser. Okay, here it's printed, but it won't come here because actually we don't want to specify. We don't want it to be printed out to the user. Okay, but the browser knows where this site is extracted from, and you can also know it by inspecting it or by viewing the code. Okay, but yeah, this is only used for letting the browser know that this is another quote. Some other quote extracted from another source. Okay, so let's note this down also for you. Number 3 we have is the block quote. Block quote, QOT, block quote tag. Why do you use it? For specifying a quotation from another source. Okay, so block quote tag is used for specifying a quotation from another source. Okay, but a long quotation, that quotation might be a long quotation. Okay, but let me just, if you don't write long, it's still fine because mostly matters that it's from another source. Next tag that we have is this, the Q tag. This is also similar to block quote, you can say, but this is actually for writing quotation with the quotation mark also. Okay, so you can have the quotation mark also, and this is usually for smaller quotes. Okay, so for example, this is an HTML course. This is an HTML course, and we can have it printed out as you can expect. Let's open up here, so you can see that there is quotation marks around this, surrounding this. Okay, so this is what the Q tag is used for, quotation. Okay, so Q stands for quotation. So the fourth tag of ours was the Q tag. Q tag, and why we use it? For writing smaller quotes. Writing smaller quotes. Okay, so when you have small quotes and you write it with quotation mark, then we can use this for writing smaller quotes along with quotation marks. Next tag is the BR tag. Okay, this is also one of the useful tags. Okay, so this tag does not have the ending tag. Why does it have ending tag? Because it doesn't need to have an ending tag. Okay, it won't make any sense if we had one. Okay, because we do not write any content inside of this. Then what do you do? Okay, if you do not write any content, then what do you do? Let me show you an example. We have a P tag for writing any paragraph, and let's say the paragraph is here. Laura, this is a dummy text, and if I do any kind of line break here, meaning if I write this onto another line, meaning this is starting off onto another line, but this won't be printed exactly as this in the browser. You can see that this is just as usual. This is not printed as we please or as we want. Okay, and to solve that problem, we can use the BR tag. BR stands for break, and this is for doing the line break thing, meaning that we want to start off from another line. Then you can use the BR tag. Okay, so this was the demonstration of BR tag. You can see that here is the cut starting from another line. Here we have it. Now let's talk about the next tag that we have. First of all, let me just make the note of this. Okay, so fifth tag was the BR tag. So why do you use the BR tag? For breaking the line, or line break. So you're going to have a line break, use the BR tag. Next tag that is in our list is the button tag. Okay, so HTML is all about tags. Okay, so you have mostly in HTML course the tags to cover. Okay, but only actually learn those tags that are useful, because you have some outdated or unuseful tags also in HTML. Okay, so make sure that you learn the cutting edge tags. Okay, not the outdated ones. Okay. But actually, in this course, I'll be only teaching you some relevant and useful tags. Sixth one is the button tag. This is also a very useful one. This is used for making button. Okay, so let's say the content here is click me, meaning that the button will say click me. Okay, so if we want to see it in here, then you can see that we have a button, click me in the browser. Okay, but this button won't do anything because I haven't linked it to anything else. This can be done through JavaScript. Okay, so this is another course I'll be doing on web development. Okay, so you have it for making button. Okay, so but only the button tag, an empty button tag won't look too pretty. You can see here because we do not have anything inside of here. Okay, so make sure mostly that you have something inside. Okay, because buttons without having text actually is not mostly useful. I know there might be some use cases as well. Okay, so button tag. Why we use the button tag? This is super useful for making button, for having buttons on our web page. Okay, this is what we use the button tag for. Seventh tag that we have is the HR tag. HR. So let me demonstrate what does it do. So this again is a single tag. So we do not have a double tag here. Okay, so there's not any ending tag for HR. What's the use of this? Okay, then we use the HR tag for thematic line break. So what does that mean? Let me just demonstrate here. Again, HR tag can be used just like the BR tag alone. Okay, so let's see if we have any text here like lorem, let's say 55 here, meaning that we're gonna have 55 words there. Okay, so we have 55 words. If you just write lorem, then you're gonna have some sentences. I don't know how many words that they're gonna be by default, but if you write 54, then there will be 50. That many words that we specify. For example, here we have this printed out, and okay. So let's go here. Let's say that we want to talk about another topic here, and we're gonna separate those two by a line. Then you can use the HR tag for having a thematic line there, meaning a separator will be there, a line will be horizontal line will be there. Okay, so you can see in the browser. Okay, so this is the use of the HR tag. Okay, moving on. So let me just make note for you as well about this. Seventh number. Okay, HR tag. Why we use it? For thematic line break. For thematic line break. Okay, so HR tag is used for thematic line break. Moving on to our next tag, which we have the header tag. Again, very useful one. Header. This is the 8th number. Again, very useful one. So, the actual header means one of the parts of the website. Okay, so header means the top thing, the top header that we have, inside of which you have the navigation links and many more things. Okay, so for specifying the header, use the header tag and write something into it, anything that you want to write. Okay, so header tag mostly goes like this. Okay, so you have bunches of tags nested inside the header tag. So you're gonna have div or maybe nav inside of this. Okay, into the header, and you make nav links. Okay, so ul and then li. Okay, so this is how you make navigation links, and this is how header tag is used for. And this, you can write anything that you want, not only navigation links or these things inside the header. As a header, you can write anything useful for the website inside the code. Okay, just like the header tag, similar to header tag, we have the footer tag. But this is for the footer of the website, meaning the footer, at the bottom you have the footer. Okay, so the footer thing we have in the website, and again you can write anything useful for the footer, that is useful for the footer for the website. Okay, inside the code. Next tag we have is the nav tag. Okay, so actually let me just make the notes of this. Eighth one was the header tag. Why it is used for? Why do you use it? For writing the header. Let's say making the header. It would be more appropriate. For making, I'm making too many mistakes actually. For making the header. I guess actually I'm trying to write too fast. This is why it's going like this. Okay. For making the header. Actually, I should write it slowly. Next is the what tag was this? Footer tag. Okay, why do you use it? For making the footer. For making the footer. Okay. Next tag, we have the nav tag, inside of which we write navigation links. Okay, we make navigation links, and you're gonna have the UL, meaning the on order list. So list tags here, and then li. So li actually is the tag in which you actually write the list. Okay, so whichever list you have, for example, you're gonna may have home inside the nav links. So navigation is actually nav links that you're gonna go through one page to another. The main pages, home, and then about us page, and then you can have many pages. Okay, so typically in a website you have home, services, about us page, and then these things that the website actually provides. Okay, so you have, and privacy policy. You have these mostly in a website, and inside the navigation link, these kind of things are written. Okay, for actually going from one page to another. Okay, going from one page to another, or linking one page to another. We have navigation links. Okay, so this was nav tag. Okay, nav tag. Let's come here. 10th number was the nav tag. Nav tag. Why use it? For making nav links. Nav links. Okay. So if you want to make nav links, then you can use this tag. Okay. So these were very useful. Okay. These are very useful tags. Okay. One of the important, very important tags of HTML. Okay. And I've made other videos as well on tags. If you want to get more information, you can watch that as well. And what matters for web development and to learn these languages is you practice more. Okay, so the more you practice, the more you learn. Okay, so try to play with these tags and try to make your own things. And if you practice more and you want to get more information, then you can visit. Then you can actually practice online and get information online, like by using a very popular and very informative website, W3 Schools. Okay, so here you can learn many more things, even HTML. You can learn even HTML. Okay, so you can learn even main languages. You can even learn HTML and even practice it. You can have even exercise there as well, and you can practice it on your own in your text editor. Okay, so I'm not actually sponsoring. Actually, told you something which is useful. Okay, useful for you. This is what I have been doing also for learning these things, for learning different languages. Okay, so goodbye.